just free RPG day.
Blackrowan Games in Tracy, California was a hotbed for gaming activity for the annual Free RPG Day. Gamers traveled from all over, including some from the Modesto Turlock area. Christine and Noel Mabry own Blackrowan Games.
So I'm Christine Mabry.
I'm Noel Mabry.
And we do live here in Tracy. We've lived here about 15 years. And I worked locally. He worked from home. And then we decided we had too many games in our personal collection and needed to open a game store. That's the short story.
You might have noticed that Blackrowan Games have a dog for their logo. There's an interesting story behind this.
Rowan was our dog. She was almost 19 when she passed. She was the greatest dog ever. Noel plays his video games, a lot of his video games under the name Blackrowan. And so we just always knew we wanted to name a business after the dog. And you'll see even in the store little like dog things. We sell dog cookies and we have little dog butt hooks.
Dog butt hooks to hang your jackets on.
And just little nods. We always get dog games, so just something fun.
Blackrowan Games was bringing together gamers for the annual Free RPG Day. This is an event that encourages gamers to go to their friendly local game stores for a chance to experience various role-playing games and even pick up adventure modules.
So this is the second time we've done this. The first time happened to be during lockdown, so it was right after we were just able to open for retail, so we were able to kind of hold it. We attempted to try to do some online gaming sessions. I think one kicked off, the other one kind of had technical difficulties. So people still came in, they got their stuff, but it didn't get to have all the feel we wanted. So we were really excited for this year. We had 6 sessions. Of those, 5 fired off, right? Mm-hmm. Which was really good. And I think it went really well. It's something we like to do a lot. These types
so that was the in-store part of it, and then in addition, so it's a program offered by, we'll say, a company. It's a company that coordinates it and works with different RPG providers, I guess.
Developers
and art, to put the kit together. And so we ordered the kit way back in like March or something like that, because we knew we wanted to get it. So it's sort of like, tell people, a lot of people are familiar with Free Comic Book Day. It's like that, but we just give role-playing games out instead.
And have role-playing game sessions.
And the idea, we had a lot of veteran RPG players today, I think, but also we had a kid who was 10, and the idea is you make it welcome for anyone who really wants to learn an RPG for the first time. We had men, we had women, we had a kid. Regulars, we had new people who drive down. One of our GMs drove down from Sacramento because he had GM'd for us for Dungeon Crawl Classics Day. So, and then another GM came from Pleasant Hill, so we had people kind of coming from all over to help out.
Andrew Hoagland is a senior at Stanislaus State and majors in communication studies. Andrew has some ideas why people would travel to Blackrowan Games for events such as Free RPG Day.
The community, right now, they have a lot of people here, and you'd be hard pressed to find one of them that wouldn't be friendly. The owners, like I said, they're very nice. I remember not too long ago, I came in and I didn't know that it was the anniversary of when they came out. I was actually their first customer, and they were like, "Oh, hey, did you come here for us?" I was like, "Totally by accident, but all right." And yeah, we had fun conversation. But yeah, they always make a point to wave and say hello and ask how I'm doing when I come in. It's nice. One of my friends volunteers for a paint night here. I believe every Thursday, every other Thursday or something, my friend streams to their Facebook page on how to paint a model. And while I might not show up to every meeting, I do support that my friend is getting engaged with his local game store, and they're letting him into it, and he's like teaching people how to paint models that like you might think that it's like, oh yeah, it's just easy, you just like put the color thing on the blank thing, but there's a little more going on than one might think. There's like a sense of community here. Like I'll admit, I'm not here that often, but I still feel like I'm like one of the guys, you know? I show up and they're like just friendly. They know my name. My brother comes here. They ask how he's doing. Stuff like that. It's the little things that build up that make you really appreciate this place.
Andrew just happens to be Blackrowan Games' first customer, and he has a bit of a story about how that came to be.
I learned from a friend that, oh hey, we're getting a new RPG store that's replacing the old bike store downtown Tracy. I'm like, oh, I think it'd be really nice. We haven't had like a comic type, like a gaming type store.
And it worked, you know.
Since King's Comics and Games over by Tracy High.
Matter of fact, that was
I had work that day, but I had like an hour or so to kill, and these guys were opening up, and I went in. I was like, oh yeah. I was just like, I want to support my local game store. It's not often you get one of those, and I picked up a copy of 13th Age and some professional wrestling RPG. I think it was World Wrestling Association or something like that. I forget.
Worldwide Wrestling?
Worldwide Wrestling.
I have
yeah.
that one.
Yeah. 13th Age. It's neat. Worldwide Wrestling. It's also neat. But yeah, I came in, I think right as they opened their doors too. Picked up 2 RPGs, posed for a photo, and I was wearing like my baggy work pants and my collared shirt that it might have had paint on it. I was like every time I see that picture, I'm like, oh man, I have absolutely zero drip going on in this picture. I could have chosen to wore something else that day. And lo and behold, I wish I was wearing something a little better on the second time they took my picture. But you know what? I'm happy to have been a part of this store's history, I guess. It's neat. Yeah, it's like, to describe it, it'd be like, it's fun. It's fun being like the first customer, and like I don't get any like big whoa. It's not like having your own table at a restaurant, but it's nice being like, oh hey, it's our first customer. Hey, how's it going, dude? Like recognition, running it back to engaging with the community.
Free RPG Day is not the only event going on for Blackrowan Games.
We do vendor at different conventions, and so we're really excited actually about Board Game Extravaganza because it's more local to us than having to travel way over to the Bay Area. Central Valley is nice, so we'll be vendoring there and doing some game demos, teaching people how to play games, which is one of the things we do in-store too. I think I hope that people will attend that the Board Game Extravaganza who maybe aren't regular board game convention attendees, maybe families and friends who are just like want to do something different for the day, because we really aim to make it as unintimidating as possible. You know, so you might only know Clue and Monopoly, but that's okay. Even though you've never heard of these games before, we can teach them to you, and it'll be fun. So that one's coming up. That's our next one, besides Black Friday.
We have regular events throughout the week that happen all the time. So we have like Monday Night Commander, Friday Night Magic. We do Digimon on Thursdays. We have paint night every Thursday night with our paint champion. He's here to give tips and to help out and everything. We usually have anywhere from 8 to 16 people here on Thursday nights painting. Anywhere from Warhammer to Legion to D&D minis, what have you. Then we have Dungeons & Dragons, 2 different tables running Dungeons & Dragons on Friday nights. We have several different RPGs that rotate on Saturdays, as well as we're starting to put together birthday packages. We're actually running our first D&D birthday
Party.
session tomorrow, which is exciting. We also a new thing we just got in. We got disc golf now.
Oh, yes.
So Tracy got a new little disc golf course, and so we brought in disc golf to the store, and it's part of the social internet non-facing. It's about interacting with people in person, so it kind of fits in with the whole theme of our store.
Yeah. We have Meet the Designer event on Sunday the 24th. So Sanchez Williams, who does Gosh Darn Bubbles, is going to be here in store demoing his game. He's from San Jose and signing copies for people who would like that. So we try to keep things busy, so lots of different opportunities for people to come in and meet their community.
Oh, and Warhammer Kill Team, they usually do Sunday afternoons at 4. They come in.
They're here all the time.
Yeah.
So, yeah, lots going on all the time.
You can learn more about upcoming events at Blackrowan Games via their Facebook page. They also have their website at blackrowangames.com, as well as the Discord link to their Discord server. For more news and information regarding CSU Stanislaus, be sure to check out the CSU Signal. This is Rob Van Tynen reporting for the CSU Signal.